I'm T. Leon Ridgway at Ridgway Funeral Home, and you're watching Good Day Paris.
Hello and welcome to Good Day Paris. I hope everyone is doing well this evening and had a great Halloween. I'm Terry Keel. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm excited to have in the studio with us Marianne Dale and Annette Mishka from the Salvation Army. We'll be learning all about the great and wonderful things this organization does for Henry County in Paris. And as the Christmas holidays approach, we'll discover simple ways of how you can help and be a benefit to the community and to people in need, which after all, isn't that what the season is all about? So, Marianne and Annette will be out in just a few minutes, but first, if you have a special event to promote to, or a guest suggestion, or you simply just want to say hi and tell us how we can improve our show for you, please be sure to send us an email at gooddayparistn@gmail.com. You know we love hearing from you, so we hope that you'll follow through. Also, sign up for our newsletter by visiting myparistv.com to stay informed about upcoming shows, events, and other news. Also, please note that the Health Fair Expo is currently taking place at the Henry County Fairgrounds. It started today and runs through tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Taylor Hearing will be providing hearing tests and scheduling appointments for your hearing needs, as well as other local health advocates such as Peace of Mind, It's Me Versus Me, Tomorrow's Hope, CapTel, and others. I'll be there tomorrow as well and hope to see you all there. You know, last week was the Atkins Porter Scarecrow Classic, and of course I said I would go, and I did, and I had an amazing time. And boy, did everyone else ever have a great time as well. It was a huge turnout. We've got a video up on it, and yeah, we've got some people there, Susan Jones, and Rhonda with Me Versus Me. I think I saw Angie Gallimore Dodd there. I mean, and look at how cute this is. Oh my goodness, how sweet was that? People had costumes on and they had such a good time. Runners and walkers alike showed, and the weather couldn't have been better. It rained in the morning, but then it was really nice later. Just perfect, just cool enough for a brisk stroll. I did the stroll, of course. And it was great to see so many familiar faces. It almost seemed like a homecoming of sorts. And like I said, some people wore their costumes, and it was really a great time. And there's the shirt that we got, and some of us got our promissory notes, like myself, and I'll be waiting for mine. There's the Me Versus Me group. They did a wonderful job. They had so much fun, and it's so healthy. There's Julie Leach. Oh my gosh, and Bailey. So many different people were there. We just had a wonderful time. I'm doing shout outs. Oh, there's the Hardings. That was wonderful. And there was the winner right there of the costume extravaganza that they had. And boy, he truly was very scary, but it was a fun time. So hopefully we'll do this again next year, and I can't wait because we had a record turnout and it was just so much fun. And this is the beginning of the race right here. So there they were off and running, and oh my goodness, they all did so well. Everybody had so much fun. We did have one pup in the run there. And then there's the strollers, of course. I'm up there. And it only took me 18 minutes to do the whole mile. So I felt like that wasn't too bad for, you know, my first time here in Paris doing it. I don't think I've done a run for maybe 8 years, something like that. So, or a walk, I should say, the stroll. And there's everybody else. Oh, look how sweet. Look how cute. Those two, they're adorable. And the me versus me crowd, walking it out. Ooh, and look at that. The gardens. Ooh. And you know, that was the first time I'd ever been in there. It's just beautiful. I can't imagine what it must be like in spring. I'm going to be back to check it out, Susan Jones. Oh my goodness, and Bigfoot showed up as well. Who expected that, huh? Yes, there's our winner of the race, and of course that's not his time, but that was just after I got in. So everybody, thank you all for showing up, and shout out to the people that were running in there. They're getting their times. Oh, isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? What a healthy way to spend the day. And there's Burnt. Here he comes. So this is the last of our video. Thanks for watching. It sure was a lot of fun. And I do truly look forward to next year. Wonderful. But now it's time for everyone's favorite, you know, good stuff to know. And today is November 2nd. And it's National All Souls Day. This is also called the commemoration of all the faithful departed. It's a day of prayer and remembrance for all the faithfully departed. It's also, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite things ever, National Deviled Eggs Day. Where do they come up with this stuff? But the term originating back to 1786 because of the zesty flavor of those eggs, and I do love them. I love making them. And it's also National Ohio Day, celebrating the 17th state to enter the Union, known as the Buckeye State. It's also National Men Make Dinner Day. I wonder why I didn't know about that earlier. But this day was created for the men who do not know their way around the kitchen and are not familiar with cooking appliances, and that would not be Kevin Keel. He does a great job. And lastly, it's National Broadcast Traffic Professionals Day. Woohoo! Honoring those in radio and television who ensure that viewers and listeners get the daily dose of their favorite programs. Kind of like what I'm doing right here at Keel Media and Good Day Paris. So it's our special day today. And celebrating birthdays this November 2nd is actor David Schwimmer. He turns 57 today, and I'm sure everybody knows who he is. And now moving to this day in history, on this day in 1983, it was the worldwide release of Michael Jackson's Thriller, which literally took the world by storm. You gotta admit it, that was a pretty catchy beat. I still love it. Everyone was talking about it back then. Also on this day back in 1947, Howard Hughes took his first and last flight of the Spruce Goose. If you don't know about that, I suggest you research this fascinating man and his project. And finally, on this day in 1917, Great Britain released its Balfour Declaration, proclaiming the support of the Jewish state, which took place not too long after that. And the rest is literally history. We're still feeling the repercussions of that event even today. Well, there you have it. Another week of good stuff to know, and we'll be right back after this special message. So stay tuned. Yay! Here we go. Mini Mall open. Woo! Well, welcome, both of you from Salvation Army. We have Annette and Marianne.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that you guys could join us today. I'm excited to hear about everything that the Salvation Army does. And I know they do a lot. And for years, you guys have longevity behind you. You guys have been forever doing the good for the neighborhoods and the communities. So I'll kind of turn it over to you. I know that we've got bell ringing and things like that coming up, so I don't know which one of you wants to speak first, but
I'll start.
Go ahead. Okay.
Well, first thing, I want to tell you a little bit about our store.
Okay.
Salvation Army Family Thrift Store is here locally, and when people think of the Salvation Army here, mostly they're thinking about the thrift store.
Right.
And we do appreciate the people, the customers that come in the thrift store, the people that donate for the thrift store. It provides a lot of income towards all of our projects. It's located at 3830 Highway 79 North. Here in Paris, that's out towards the lake.
Right.
And we always have a good selection of items in there, all kinds of household items. And people are so good. We've had so many good people right here in this community that have donated some really good things. So if if you're looking for a bargain, come on out and check us out. The store is open from 10 to 3 Monday through Friday. And our donation hours are Monday through Wednesday, 10:30 to 2:30.
Now you said 10 to 3, but it says 10 to 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. They changed that. Yes, 10 to 5.
So it is 10 to 5.
Is 10
okay,
to 5.
Wanted to make sure we had the right information out. Okay.
Yes. And if you need assistance, the social service lady is there on Mondays from 10 to 3.
Okay.
And her name is Kathy Urick, and Kathy is, I think you know Kathy.
I
Kathy
do.
Is the chairperson of our board, and she's a wonderful person. She's so kind and good, and really works with people and tries to get them the help that they need. So,
do they need an appointment to come in for that, or they just come in and she's there?
She'll be there on Mondays.
Every Monday.
They would just ask at the desk, and then they would assist them.
And there's a private office in the back where you can go, and there's an application process that you have to fill out. And so once the application is filled out, and it's just basic information, we need to verify that you do live in Henry County because, our funds go to the people of Henry County.
Okay.
So we do need to verify that, and we need to find out what is your emergency. Because it is for emergency situations, like if somebody has a house fire, or maybe their husband is the breadwinner of the family and he's been out of work, or is sick and in the hospital, and things like that. So if something unusual has come up and that you're short on funds and you need some assistance with, say, your utility bill or your rent, things like that. And gosh,
food,
I really do not know how people make it now.
It's a challenge, that's for sure.
The economy is just terrible, and inflation is so much, and so many people don't really get paid enough. But the time you consider, your children in daycare and things like that, money just doesn't stretch as far as it used to either.
No, it really doesn't, and a lot of people are having a hard time. And it's so good to know that there is an option. There are options. Paris is famous, I think, in my book it is, for being open in so many different venues and places, and you guys are the top notch because you've been around for so long. So what is your mission statement?
Well, our mission statement, I think Kevin's putting it on the screen. The
There you go.
Salvation Army is an international movement. It's an evangelical part of the Universal Christian Church. Its message is based on the Bible. Its ministry is motivated by the love of God. Its mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
So
that is really beautiful.
I don't know if very many people are aware of this. We're a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
But we're also a church. We're considered a church.
Oh, okay.
And
so do you actually have meetings out there at that building, or is there another place?
Not here in Paris, but
Oh, okay.
I know in other locations there are. And the Salvation Army itself is it's worldwide. Let me give you some more information that I have here. We serve 100, now, I'm speaking broadly, Salvation Army,
yes,
not us here.
Right, not here.
130 countries around the globe.
Wow.
So that's a lot of countries. And annually, they serve approximately 23 million people.
Wow. That's
And
saying something.
They have been pursuing this mission since 1865. So that's
Good
how long they've
grief.
been around.
Yes.
And it has just exploded and expanded, and it's everywhere. And each unit has different missions, really. You know, the main focus of the things that they do.
Okay.
Ours is mostly things like utility bills and that sort of thing. And also in a disaster situation, you know, house fire, tornado, anything like that.
Okay.
And we also have some classes that I think Annette has taken part in that.
And the disaster training?
Disaster training.
Oh, disaster training. Okay. So now, where would somebody go to enroll in something like that?
I think just the store.
I think in the store,
could just-
because it is available to the public if they
Okay.
want to come
Yes.
in and take the classes.
Okay. So they're classes. And
can
who
call
teaches those classes?
Bo, what is Bo's last name?
I don't know his last name.
Oh,
I don't know his last name. Bo.
okay.
He's from Louisville, or I think it's Louisville. Isn't it Louisville? But anyway, he's from up north in
Okay.
Kentucky.
And he comes
And
down.
he comes down and does
Okay.
that.
So it's by need only. It's not an every week thing.
No, it's he tries to wait until he gets a group big enough.
Okay.
And then I think part of it is online. Is that right?
The
Annette?
first part is online.
The first part is
first
online.
session is online.
And then
Okay.
he comes and you know, and you're certified when it's done. So if we were to have a tornado in the area or something like that, then we would
be called.
able to, you know, get together and go out in the field and help people in a disaster situation. So
You know, I was from Florida, and we would have a season where those tornadoes would be, you know, from June to November. So November 1st, it was over. Is that the same here in this area in Paris,
No,
Henry County?
not really.
So we could still,
Anytime.
you could still have one pretty much anytime.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe ice storms was going to be the next big thing because, you know, or maybe frozen pipes on, you know, apartment or a
Right.
house, you know, something like that, a disaster like that, because that is something that I hear happens frequently. The pipes will freeze when it goes down. Like we had a day the other day, 27 degrees. And that was cold. I don't know how the pipes even hang in there, to be honest with you. I don't know how they do.
and last winter was terrible.
Yes,
oh, it
yes.
was so bad.
And I think this one's going to be probably just about as bad. So, you know,
Yeah,
we
it's
all
looking
need
like
to
it.
be very careful with what's going on. But yeah, so if they don't, if people don't have the money to get the heat on, that's a huge concern.
Now, one
Huge.
thing that we don't do is we don't pay the deposits.
Okay.
So, but if you're late on your rent, or you're coming up and you're going to be late on your rent, or going to be late for your electric bill, for instance, or your natural gas bill, we work with the Paris Board of Public Utilities and the Henry County Natural Gas, you know, and places like that. We work with I think the city of Henry and their water department, and the city of Puryear, and you know, all over. So
Okay.
we work with these folks on a voucher program.
Okay.
So if we don't pay deposits, but if they know they're going to be late, they need to go ahead and come in, because there is a process.
Okay.
It's not like we just give you the money.
No, of course not. Yeah.
You have to bring your ID, and you have to bring the bill that you need paid, okay? And that'll have your account number and all of that stuff on it, so, and your address. And then we contact and send a voucher to the appropriate company, and they've all been really good to work with us. If they once they receive that voucher, they know they're going to get their money, so they won't shut you off. So if you know
Oh,
you're
how
about to be
nice.
shut
Yes.
off, you know,
Yes.
call, come
Yes.
in. But anyway, it takes about a week for the process, because they have to do the checks in Louisville. So
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Oh, okay. So everything's coming out of
yeah,
Louisville.
so it takes
Okay,
with the
that
mail and
makes sense.
everything. It
Yeah.
takes a minute.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's interesting. And so, Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the board members and who's on board there. Do you have a list of that?
I didn't bring it. I think.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. We've got it up. So, yeah, Kathy.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, Kathy Urich, 'cause she's the chairperson on the board, and Annette sitting here beside me, and then myself, Jackie Dooley, Michael Phillips. Now, I'm going to be speaking on behalf of Michael when I tell you about the bell ringing, because that's kind of his thing, okay?
Okay.
So that's who that is. Michael Phillips, he wasn't able to be here. Sadie Lambert, Dave Wood, Lloyd DeJordic, Ryan Brown, and the store manager is Bobby Joe French.
Okay.
And we have, I think, 4 employees now at the store. So I wanted to get that in there too. And you can, we're listed in the book, we're listed online, we have a Facebook page, we have all of that.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
We don't have our own website.
Okay,
but
yeah,
we do
there's your
have our
Facebook page. So you would go to facebook.com, and then there's this number. So anybody watching, just take a picture of that so that you don't, have to write all those little zeros down. And
that's a good idea. I have pictures of everything like that. But
and it's saparistn@yahoo.com.
Yes, for
if they want to reach out to you for your email. Okay.
The phone number is 731. He done took it down. I can't get it now. I don't know if it's on that. But anyway, there's the store. There it is. 642-4105.
There you go. Okay, and
and there's
this
just
is
some shots of the
some
stores.
The good stuff. Yeah.
This is some of last year's pictures around Christmas time, and since we're talking about bell ringing and angel tree and all of that, and we're getting all geared up for Christmas because it takes a minute to get all of this
Now,
done.
what is your angel tree about?
That is Annette's
That's
department.
Annette, okay.
And she can tell you about that.
All right, well, share with us.
The Angel Tree program is strictly for each county, and in our case it's Henry County, and we send out to the schools applications. I can put that.
Oh, they go to the schools. Okay.
The application goes to all the elementary and middle schools.
Okay.
And what they go home with the kids in their backpacks, and what the parents do is fill it out, and it's actually for children that are up to the age of 12.
Okay.
And the parents have to qualify for the program, and that's based on their income, that they live in Henry County, how many people are in the household, what their bills are. So the parent fills out this application that shows the sizes, the age of the child, the sizes that they wear for clothing, and if they have any special needs like autistic children. And then what their toy requests are. And what we do is we fill this, we take the application, we look at all the information that they bring to the interview. The parents have to come to an interview, and we can look to see if they qualify. And once they qualify, then we take the information down and we put it on a little angel tag that goes on the Christmas tree that is at Walmart. We'll put up an angel tree, Christmas tree at Walmart.
Okay.
Essentially 3 locations.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And we've got a picture of that up there. So
Right.
that's the angel tree. Okay. I've heard about it, but I never really understood exactly what it was and how it got there and how you donate to it or what it's all about. Yeah.
Well, those little tags, like where the angel tree tag, that's where we transfer the information regarding that child. We don't put the names on there for privacy reasons, but we do issue the child a number.
Okay.
And
and somebody comes and
takes
that and then fulfills it.
For those people, the people
how
that want to.
wonderful.
So you won't know their name, but you'll
Right.
know if it's a boy or a
Right.
girl.
Okay.
And what sizes
and
they
sizes,
wear. And
age, kind of, but
and
no
that's all filled-
personal information.
No personal information.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? So now I know. You know,
Secret Santa.
yeah, it is
it is.
kind of like a Secret Santa. That is what it is.
It's like a modern day Santa.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful? And then that gets given to them for Christmas Day, right? For
Right.
Christmas
The people
morning.
that purchase these items will bring it back to the store and put it by that tree, and people from Salvation Army will pick up all these bags and process them. And what we do is, when we process, means we have to go through each bag to make sure that the clothing is what the sizes there are that is for that particular child. If they're age appropriate toys.
Okay. And is there a cutoff date for this? Now it's already in working order, so
Well, right
this
now-
is actually going on now.
The applications. We're still
applications are going
taking
on
the
now.
applications
Okay.
through the Salvation. We had interview dates mid-October, and we did get about 106 applicants so far in this county.
Okay.
But we're still taking applications.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And that they can, you can go to Salvation Army's store,
Okay.
fill out the application, and then somebody there will be able to talk. You'll be able to talk to them. But there is information that you have to bring with you.
So it might be better to call ahead and get prepared on what you actually need. And then when is the cutoff date for this?
that is going to be
For the trees, actually at Walmart, right?
Well, we'll stop taking applications as of November 14th, and
Oh,
that's when the tree is going up.
Okay. And can people just bring gifts that they have? Or
And
does
they
it
can-
have to be through this process?
No, you could just bring an item like any like piece of clothing for a child, but we ask that it's all new,
with tags or
right,
something. Yes,
and with
okay.
tags.
All right.
And I just want to mention that when they do come to Salvation Army to fill out this and be interviewed, that those interviews will only be taken on Monday. On Mondays,
Okay.
Kathy Urich will be there, and she'll do the interviews.
Okay.
So, and that would be from 10 to 3 on Mondays.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So this is really very, very needed
A lot
for
of
a lot
children,
of people, for a lot of
especially
kids.
in this county, you know, it helps a lot of the children here.
Sure does, and you've got over 100 already signed
We have
up.
over 100.
Good heavens.
We are hoping for at least 200. So
And here we have on the screen the Angel Tree Toy Drive. So that's a tree toy drive.
That
Okay.
that particular poster there will be on the barrels, and there's just big barrels that we'll put at Walmart next
Okay.
to the Angel Tree.
Okay.
And there'll be
Okay.
barrels there, and that's where the people that do purchase the items for the children, they can just put in these barrels. So
Okay.
you'll see that sign on those barrels at I don't know if we have one at Salvation Army, but it will be at Walmart and other locations. We are going to try to get some of the churches to start collecting
wonderful.
toys. So if somebody doesn't want to purchase for the whole everything on the child's list, they just want to buy one, $5-10 toy for any child, and they can just put that item after they purchase it and put it in the barrels.
Okay. All right. Well, that's wonderful. My goodness.
So tell them about the vocational rehabilitation building.
Right.
Okay.
We will be processing once we get all these toys in and they're at Walmart. We pick them all up and we're taking them to our processing center, and it varies every year. It's basically wherever we can get people to donate the room where we can do our processing, which is nice.
Oh, that's
We need a
wonderful.
lot of space
Okay.
for
Yes,
all of
you
that.
sure would need a lot
And
of
this
space.
year we're going to be processing at the vocational rehab, which is next door to the DMV.
Okay. Right.
We'd like to thank those folks too
Yes,
for
very
donating that
much.
space.
Very
Shout
much.
out
That's
to
a
them.
big help.
Thank you. That's
gonna be
wonderful.
great.
thing. Yes.
And-
yeah, you definitely need that space.
And like I said, once we get the toys in or the bags in for each of those children on that are on that tag, we go through the bags, and again we make sure it's all age appropriate. Once we got that all figured, in the bag, then we put the tag on the bag, the full bag. And then on the distribution day, when the parents or guardians come pick up the
All
toys.
those gifts, right.
And that distribution day is December 16th
Yes,
from
I was
9
just
to
going to
12.
ask you. So, okay, distribution is in December.
December 16th.
And it's a good week or so before Christmas. So,
Oh, right,
Yeah, so
yeah.
people have plenty of time. Okay.
And then they just come in and they just tell us the name of their children, and they have to verify who they are
And then
again,
the
and
number
if they're
is
the ones,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
and if they're the guardian on there.
Okay.
And then they take them home.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And we require a lot of volunteers for this.
For the processing.
This is a big process. A lot
Right,
of
I
people
bet it
are
is.
needed.
Sure it is. So you take donations for, so this is kind of like a shout out for people to come and help, huh?
Right.
Okay, so it's not all just within the Salvation Army. So do some of the peoples from the churches that you bring these barrels to, those people then will be
They-
asked to donate their time to
right,
help
if
with
they
that?
have the time. And every year I've been very fortunate to get a lot of volunteers to help out. But
That's wonderful.
if you think you might be interested, we can always use the help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
My goodness. That is a huge undertaking.
Huge undertaking.
Yeah, and you really have to be attention to detail on that, you know, so you have to have people that can really
And it's a
roll
lot
their
of-
sleeves up and jump in.
It's a lot of fun. I mean,
I bet it is.
we've been known to play with some of the toys ourselves.
Now, if you serve coffee, I might come.
Well, we can maybe
get
work
an-
that out, because I do like coffee too.
And if there's an espresso machine there, I'm in. Okay.
I think they do have a coffee machine there.
Okay, so yeah, that's all I need is a little jiggle juice, and I'm good. So, well, great. Now let's talk about the bell ringing. Now I know that that's something that's going to be coming up, and I've heard some of that through church at TVCC. Shout out to TVCC.
Yes.
And so, what's that all about, and who's going to be involved with that for people that are listening? And here we go, Fight for Good. And it is truly a fight for good, isn't it? Wow.
Well, it's actually, the actual term is the Red Kettle Campaign.
Right.
Through the Salvation Army. And we just call it bell ringing.
Okay. Oh, and there we've got the information on the screen.
And Michael Michael Phillips is his name. He heads this up every year. He does an excellent job because it is just a nightmare, as you can imagine, to find enough volunteers to work 2-hour shifts for all of the days that are required.
Right.
And keep it straight and keep everybody's schedule straight. And then to have somebody
Right.
there to bring the kettles and set up, and then to pick up the kettles and take them back, and all of that. It's just a logistical, it's really hard. And Michael does it with beauty and grace.
Amy helps out a lot too. Very much.
Amy Raymer, she helps him a lot with that.
Oh, she does.
So we want to shout out to those guys. But the ringing dates this year is going to be every Friday and Saturday, starting November, what was it?
The day after
I missed it.
Thanksgiving.
Michael, or
November
there it is.
24th
November 24th.
Yeah.
through December 23rd.
And
Okay.
it's just Fridays and Saturdays is the only time that we will have anybody out ringing bells.
Now they have 3 locations, but Walmart, Kroger, IGA, but also Cash Saver. So is that new? Was that recently put on, the Cash Saver? Or has that changed?
Sure. I'm not sure. Michael just told me, I got all the rundown from Michael.
I think Cash Saver is going to have like a little pot on their a little
lot
bit,
of stores have
small canister where you can donate money.
Oh, it's just a setting canister. It's not that somebody's ringing
No,
a bell.
nobody
or-
will ring.
Okay,
Right.
I see. Okay.
And we have commitments from Walmart and Kroger nationally. that
Okay.
Salvation Army does a contract basically with them.
Okay.
That we can ring bells there. So
Oh,
we
right,
have their
right,
permission.
yes. Well, that's something that kind of puts you in a holiday spirit, it seems, you know. Ever since I was little, we've had that, you know, and I'm always hunting for change or something like that, you know. Because every little bit makes a difference. You might not have a lot, but you might have something that,
That's
you know,
right. And
you
it
can add
adds
to that
up.
pot. Yeah.
It really does add up.
It does.
It is actually our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, absolutely.
And a lot of that money goes to the children, the unfortunate children in the community, for their Christmas gifts. That if a child, let's say a angel tree tag wasn't taken off the tree, and so we have the money to go out and purchase
And
these
purchase
items.
what the
Or
child
to make
needs.
to buy the extra little
extra
gifts.
gifts.
Yes. Oh, how wonderful. Yeah. If something doesn't get picked up, right, what do you do? Oh, isn't that
And
nice? So
last
every
year-
child has hope.
Yes, absolutely. And last year we raised over $20,000.
Oh, wow.
So, but that money does go towards the angel tree. A lot of it goes there, and a
Goes
lot
to
of
the
it.
community.
Yeah, it goes to the community
Henry
for
County.
things like helping with people's utility bills
Right,
and rent and
exactly.
things like that.
Sure,
So, and we have our overhead at
So
Salvation Army
the
store.
sale of the clothes that you have in your stores,
That goes
that
toward-
is also towards all of the bills that get paid and things like that.
Actually, our total income is pretty much the store sales, the bell ringing, and we get a good grant from Helping Hand
Helping
every
Hands,
year.
yes.
Okay.
And that is just such a blessing, and also Project Roundup.
Okay.
So between all of that, that is how we make it. And
Now,
do-
what
and
is
how we do what
Project
we do.
Roundup?
That's through the Paris Board of Public Utilities.
Okay.
And that's like you can round
That's
your...
not a Salvation Army thing.
No.
No, that's an additional.
It's a grant monies that we
Okay.
receive from them.
Okay.
Because they, a lot of people will elect on their electric bill. I have, like if your bill is an odd amount in cents, they just round it up to the next dollar amount.
Okay.
And so that few cents
Yeah,
for
we do
whatever
that.
on
Right.
everybody's
Yeah.
bill adds up, and then at the end of the year,
Oh, wow.
they provide grants for nonprofits.
So that's
and-
why we're doing that.
Yes.
I don't pay the bills, but yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah. So anyway, Henry County's a great community. We have so many things like that.
Yes, we do.
And so many people want to help and are
Mm-hmm.
out there. They don't know maybe that we need more volunteers, and
Oh,
we're here to
sure.
try and request
Yes.
as many volunteers as
So
possible.
shout out to the volunteers that are listening or would like to be involved.
This is really our busy time, super
Sure.
busiest time of the year.
And we
Yes.
can use volunteers in the store, not just for
Absolutely.
ringing the bell and the angel tree, but even if you feel the need or feel that you want to help out, just come to the store and we'll put you to work.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I never knew that. It's the first time hearing of that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's another very good thing to know. So if somebody wants to come out and help, and do you do a background check on people, or is there some, how do you do that when you're
Pretty
bringing
sure they
people
do a
in?
I think they do.
Okay.
I think they do. If you're going to be a regular volunteer.
A regular,
coming.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Now, getting back to the bell ringing,
Yes.
we're going to be doing the 3 locations, like I said, at Walmart, Kroger, and IGA.
Okay.
At Walmart and Kroger, the hours are from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And at IGA, it's from 8 to 6.
All right.
And this year, we need 150 volunteers to do this.
Okay.
So we have an added location this year, so we need, more volunteers.
Good.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Uh-huh.
I've done it before. And
Some people come with, their
little Santa hats.
Oh, they're little Santa hats.
reindeers and I know there's one gentleman who really brings a big bell and he's
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I have a big brass bell actually.
yeah.
So, but I'm already on the agenda. I'm not sure when, but I'll get there.
Awesome.
So I'll be out there ringing. I'm going to take that bell
Great.
with me. I didn't know I could. I thought that y'all provided bells. See, I'm
we
not-
do.
We have little bitty ones.
Oh, okay. Mine's pretty big.
Those big ones
It's
are
going to make
expensive.
some noise.
Some of the volunteers will also have music playing like Christmas music playing
isn't that
on a
nice.
little radio.
Sure.
Just
Yes.
wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's fun.
So
It's
you need a good attitude, a little
Absolutely.
bell, a little music, and a big smile.
Yes.
And we
for
have a lot
sure.
of groups that volunteer
Oh,
and
yes.
help us
Oh,
out.
how wonderful.
Some of the schools,
The schools and the sheriff's department, maybe. And who
I think
else?
they do. The sheriff's department. I think there's a band. One of the school bands does it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now, if you are 18 years of age or under, there has to be an adult there.
Oh, absolutely,
So
sure.
other than that, anybody can come, and we encourage having children come. I mean, it just makes it fun.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
And the shifts are only 2 hours.
Okay.
Now you could do 2 shifts if you wanted to.
But you're
do
not
4
allowed
hours
to
in a
sit
row.
down on those shifts, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
you
can?
can.
You can ring that bell from a chair?
Oh, I have.
Looking better all the time.
Right?
No, I'm just teasing. I'm just asking because, asking for a friend. But, because a lot of people would think, oh, I'd love to do that. I couldn't stand there that whole
Right.
time.
Now, we have people that have a hard time standing
Sure.
that long.
Yeah.
And they
Can bring a stool or something to sit on, perch on.
Right?
Oh, this sounds really wonderful. And you guys are doing so much for the community. This is just great. I hope people that are watching will be inspired and reach out to help you. And all they
we
have
do
to
too,
do
and-
is go to the store
Oh.
and make it available, or if they're at a church, check at their church to see if there's already involvement. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because we will have barrels in a few of the churches in town where they
Okay.
can collect toys.
Oh, that's great. Okay. All right. So, what else are you guys doing?
Oh my goodness, this keeps us busy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
From what? October to
October till
after Christmas, and then
Yeah.
everybody goes, oh,
I go on vacation. Someplace warm.
She leaves.
Someplace warm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cold this year, I guess, and we're going to have some freezing temps. So that's
Yeah,
another
it
thing for
is.
people to dress very warm and be expectant and get some hot coffee mugs out there for you.
Hot cocoa.
Yes,
Yeah.
hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Right. Good grief. So this is really a huge undertaking.
It is.
Well, I'm glad that that we could have you guys on, talk about all of this, and people can pick up a brochure, one of these brochures. Oh, and there's the number one more time, just so that everybody has that number available to them.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You want to volunteer.
Yeah,
For
take a
sure.
picture of that if you've got your phone handy. That's always the best way to do it, because then you've got it in your phone. It's right there.
Right.
So easy to take a look at and not only get the address, but everybody's names, and you get them right.
Yeah.
And the dates and the times.
Right?
Yeah, when I try to take notes, it never works. So I'm just like, take a picture.
So Michael Phillips, and don't let the area code throw you on that, 219-629-0153, or
Amy?
Amy Raymer, name was cut off there, 731-693-2198.
Right.
So
Very good.
If you're interested in ringing some bells, and let those folks know, and they'll get you scheduled in. They'll work with you on what day's good for you and what time slot is good for you. Not everybody's early birds, and not everybody
Yes, exactly.
wants to be
Exactly.
out late. So it just depends.
And if somebody wanted to do more than 2 hours, could they?
Absolutely.
sure.
Oh, okay. So
and they can
could.
do multiple, like every weekend if they wanted to.
Okay.
Or one
So it's
weekend-
only Fridays and
Walmart.
Saturdays that you're going to be at the
Right.
stores. Okay, so those are the days. Those are really the days you need to beef all
Yes.
the people up and get them in there. Okay.
Right.
Well, that's good to know too, because that makes a big difference. You're not doing Monday through Thursday.
Right.
And nothing on Sunday.
Nothing.
Nothing on Sunday. Just the Friday and Saturday. Okay. So, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing my part. I get out there, I had such a good time getting out on that scarecrow stroll. Everybody else was running, but I was strolling. And that was so much fun. So it's really fun to get involved in what we're doing here.
in
And,
the
what we talk
community.
about here at Good Day Paris.
I really enjoyed your video of that. That was really
Oh,
good.
thank you.
Good coverage of that.
It was. Kevin does a great job.
Everybody
and we
looked so
just,
cute, dressed
yes,
up.
they really did. And it was so much fun. It really
The
was.
decorations.
I got a little bit of the sniffles from being out in that cold. I'm not accustomed to that, so I'm getting used to the weather here. I think somebody told me it takes like 5 or 6 years for you to really acclimate to the difference in the temperatures from always hot. Our winters in Florida were 70 and 60. not 20 and 10.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I got to get that blood thicker if that's true. If there's any truth to that.
It's a big difference.
I don't
right
know.
there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any truth to that. But anyway, well, I do want to thank everybody for joining us on Good Day Paris today, and definitely Annette and Mary Ann. Thank you so very much for bringing this information to us.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
for having us.
And as we wrap up and end today's broadcast, I want to remind everyone to tune in every Monday to the Tennessee Informer with Dave Vance to stay up to date on all of the goings-on in Tennessee politics. He really is amazing. And it's every Monday at 7 p.m. Dave will host interesting and notable guests discussing topics that are important to all the citizens of Tennessee. And I mean it, really important. So don't miss an episode. And if you haven't heard or seen it yet, go back and watch some of the archives, because he has had some amazing people on. And this is stuff that we all need to really know about what's going on in Tennessee. So log on to tninformer.com to learn more about that. And also, make sure you catch our Gary Boyd on her new show, It's Me Versus Me. It's a life change challenge every Sunday at 8 p.m. Watch local Parisians take their life back and challenge themselves to make their lives so much better. Don't miss it, and find out more at www.itsmevsme.tv, and the Facebook page at facebook.com/It's Me versus VS Me Show. So don't forget that. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. We've got the information up there. Take a picture of it. Gary is doing a great job, and I am just so proud of that whole team. They are all losing so much, and they're really working hard at it. And lastly, be sure to watch April Wilson and myself on the Paris Paranormal Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Yesterday, we featured author Steve Causey and his book about the beast of the LBL and the massacre there. That was just absolutely amazing information, and if you don't know about it, I will just say this: don't go out into the LBL without your gun. Take something with you for protection. That took place back there in 1982, and it really was something to talk about. Fascinating topics on each show, and we try to bring in live local folk, and we also Zoom people in as well. So join us. It's never a dull moment. Trust me on that. And you can find out more at facebook.com/Paris Paranormal and ea-tv.com. Thank you again for joining us tonight, and be sure to be back here next week. And until then, you guys want to say this with me? Have a good day, Paris.